Hey everybody, Rachel here. First order of business in the AuthorTubing game apparently is taking part in the Newbie Tag. So I'm just gonna pull out these questions and we'll get started. Question number 1. How did you find out about AuthorTube? This is one of those things that's slightly difficult to answer because you can so easily fall into a YouTube hole. You started looking up this and then 4, 5, 20 videos later, you ended up someplace completely different. So that's a long way to say, I don't remember, but I can say that the first AuthorTuber I really latched onto and began to understand that this was a thing was Jenna Moreci. She has so many extremely helpful videos and she's funny to boot. So if you haven't looked her up, you should. I'll put it in the... Number 2, what genres do you write in? Generally my stories all have something magical, be them magical people, magical creatures, or just magic in general. So that tends to put me in fantasy, urban fantasy, and paranormal. Number 3, what is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? You know what? I'm still playing around with those, so to say I have a favorite is overstating it. Writing tense, I lean towards, right now, third person limited. I would like to write in first person at some point, just because there are so many stories that I like that are in first person, but right now that's not really the move. Writing tense, past tense, pretty solid, it works, but you know, it's a case by case. And category of story, I tend to stay within YA and NA. Adult, not so far. I anticipate that there will be an evolution over time, or maybe there won't. I don't know. Crystal ball broken. What can you do? Are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? That word is terrible. Plantser. Anyway, as you can see from the many post-its that surround me, I am a plotter. It's possible I've gone too far, but I still have 2 weeks till NaNoWriMo, so there's still more to come. Number 5, are you self-published, published, traditionally published I assume, or yet to be published? I am yet to be published. This is all a new journey for me. Yay! Number 6, what publishing company, literary agent, or printing company are you represented by? None? And if none, what is your dream publishing house or literary agent? I do not have either of those because I am most interested in self-publishing, actually. From what I've seen, I lean towards having more control, and keeping it to myself is in line with keeping that control. Not to mention, seeing as a lot of the marketing stuff that you do as a self-published author matches what you would probably have to do as a traditionally published, if I'm already doing that much work, I might as well do it all. That's the theory. We'll see how it goes. Number 7, what AuthorTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? So I mentioned this on my transition video. I think I called it What's in a Name. My plan is to share my writing journey, share my publishing journey, share the things that I learned along the way, and also I plan to talk about story-related things that set me into a rant. I think one that I definitely have to do is I watched the Pride and Prejudice musical on Amazon Prime, and that there is a rant in me that must get out. So stuff like that. that's the plan. Number 8, when did you start writing? If we were to define writing as I have a plan to write a book and I'm going to sit down and write it, I would say that I've been writing for 2 years. For me, writing is something that I've kind of dabbled in since elementary school, but it's always been something that, was a fun assignment or that I was doing for my sister so she didn't have to. Writing was always something that I was complimented on since I was very young, so it planted the seed that maybe one day I could do something, but I didn't actually sit down and try to make that a reality until 2 years ago, basically. So, yeah, there it is. Number 9, what is the first story you ever wrote? I really couldn't say. I've been writing down ideas and expanding on those ideas in notebooks here and there over the years. I was writing little things in elementary school and high school, but nothing springs to mind to tell you. So, sorry, I don't know. Number 10, what authors have inspired your writing the most? It's kind of difficult to choose just a handful of authors that inspire me, in that I find I'm inspired by whatever I happen to be reading at the time. I tend to jump genres a lot. Anything that makes me want to finish a book, even if it's not a perfect book, that inspires me to want to do as well or better with my own work. If you would like a list of authors that I really enjoy, I will put a scroll or something somewhere, because the list is long and I probably will try to keep that short. So yeah, I don't have authors that I specifically want to emulate per se, but I do want to be as entertaining and compelling as I've found so many other authors with my own work. Number 11, do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? I do not schedule my writing sessions other than trying to commit to at least attending to my writing in whatever way, outlining, writing, whatever, at least ideally once a day, but more likely about 5-6 days a week. If one day I look at it and I only attend to it for 20 minutes, that counts. If I attend to it for hours at a time, even better. But yeah, penciling it in doesn't work for me right now. Yeah, no. Number 12, do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of those? And where do you generally write? So I would say a blend of those, in that you can see with my surrounding post-its, at least my outlining, that's what this is. My outlining, I prefer to do by hand. I had started out on the computer, and having all of these on a small computer screen for some reason was stressing me out, and this, in contrast, does not. Go figure. But the actual writing of the book I do on a computer. On the computer and my phone. I use Scrivener. I have the app, so I find that it gives me far fewer excuses. Oh no, I'm not by my computer. I can't write. No, not okay. You can write. You always have your phone. And yeah, it has worked out well. As far as where I write, generally I would write in my room, wherever I can be alone. But also, I have written from my phone between classes when I was teaching in Korea, at coffee shops when I'm waiting on a friend. So I get it in wherever I can. I'm not too precious about where I write, as long as I get the writing done. Number 13, what are you most looking forward to now that you're part of AuthorTube? What I am most looking forward to is the accountability of telling lots of people that I'm doing something, and not the pressure, but the encouragement that gives me to continue to do the thing and to finish and to do a good job. I am also looking forward to the idea of making writer friends. That'd be nice. I don't have much in the way of that at the moment, and that would be nice. And I'm looking forward to occasionally being able to get a rant out when I have it and no one is around to take it in, or no one is around who cares to take it in. That happens. So yeah, should be fun, I think. Okay, newbie tag done. If you would like to follow my journey, please feel free to subscribe and hit that bell if you want to be notified whenever I post. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you around. Bye.